It's Group B action between two teams that have failed to win a game yet in the first two game days. So a big evening for the fans here in Wloclawek, Poland. They really want to see their team get off to a winning start this evening and get their campaign well and truly up and running. And I'm sure the same is for Orthez. Wloclawek versus EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez, Benderma versus San Pablo Burgos, Ike versus Antwerp, and Jerusalem finish off the games for us over today and tomorrow. It's the Basketball Champions League. It's the fourth edition of the Basketball Champions League, and this is the strongest field that has been assembled over those 4 years. National champions are in the field and making it as strong as ever, and the new teams there in Group B, San Pablo Burgos, 2 big wins, but that's the Vector as well. Jerusalem and Ike, very strong. So it's those 3 teams at the top that are unbeaten. Jerusalem beating Ike last week. And as for Anwil Wloclawek, they lost against Rasta Vector on game day 1, 89-76, and a big loss to San Pablo Burgos, 110-78 last week. And as for EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez, look out for Matt Mobley, Tyrus McGee, Leo Cavalier. Big things are expected from this young man. Travis Leslie, Peter Corneli, one of the leading rebounders for this team. They've lost both their games as well. They lost to Ike and also to Rasta Vector last week. Orthez have 9 French Pro A League championships to their name between 1986 and 2004. And they will be wanting to bring back the good times to the club. Here's the roster for Anwil Wloclawek. Look out for Chris Dow, Ricky Lido, big player. Chase Simon back from last year. Tony Roten and Szymon Szewczak, who's such a big player for this team. His father was a big player as well, and as captain, leading rebounder for this team as well. So looking out for those players who've got to play big. It's got to be a big night for these teams, as we are going to be introduced firstly to the visitors. Ilan Bernez, EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez, to give them their full title. I will refer to them as EB-Pau-Orthez tonight. So Leo Cavalier comes out, 23-year-old. He really has been with this team 7 years from cadets and really wants to take more responsibility. He's getting more minutes, he's getting the opportunity to do it, to work alongside the imports. One of those being Big Cheek Mbodj, 32-year-old Senegalese. Look out for him to be dominant under the basket alongside Roger Moore. Got some good young French players as well. Apart from Corneli and Cavalier, and there is their coach L'Envie. He's been there since 2011, so he's seen the emergence of Leo Cavalier, and they want more young players here at EB-Pau-Orthez. And now over to the home team. Big night for Anwil Wloclawek, as their leader and captain, Szymon Szewczak, leads them out. Chris Dow, Ricky Lido. He's a big player, time in the NBA, the D-League. He was the top scorer in the 2017 Turkish Basketball Super League as well, so they have some weapons in this team. Chase Simon back from last year. Michael Sokolowski, such a hero amongst heroes for the Polish national team in the FIBA Basketball World Cup this summer in China. Can he be a hero for this team tonight? One negative stat against Sokolowski, and it's probably the only one. He's lost 86% of his games in the Basketball Champions League. That's 25 out of 29, which is the most for a player who's played 20 plus games. He played with Rosa Radom previously. Apologies for the loss of sound, as I was saying. And it was Michael Sokolowski. 20 is the worst losing percentage for a player that's played more than. So referees for this evening: Fernando Calatrava, Tolga Sahin and Leonid Venceslav. Venceslav Velikov from Spain, Italy and Bulgaria. There are our officials for this evening. Michael Sokolowski is really going to hope that he can help this team like he did for the Polish national team in the FIBA World Cup this summer. Did such a solid job, as he always does. And here's the visitors. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez is starting five. McGee, Corneli, Boch, Moore and Dige Diawara. Keep an eye out for him. Young France national team under 20, averaged 10.3 points a game. And there's Laurent Villa, 2011 he's been at this club. And looking to get the big time back to be competitive in top European competition. So they've had previous glory years, winning the France Pro A between 86 and 2004, but now they need to get going again and be dominant again. Here's the Anwil Wloclawek lineup: Chris Dow, Ricky Lado, Chase Simon, Rodan Jimenez and Milan Milovanovic starting for the home team, Anwil Wloclawek. They played in the Basketball Champions League last year under Igor Milicic, 43-year-old Croatian. He's been at Anwil since 2015 on the PLK in 2018. He was also here as a player 2008 to 2014, so it's a real homecoming for him to have been here as a player and now representing the club as a coach. Wloclawek 3 times Polish PLK winners, the Polish League, and current Super Cup winners, and the current Polish League winners. So they are very competitive at home. They're currently third, 4-1 in the Polish PLK. And Pau-Orthez 13th at the moment, 2-4. So they've had a shaky start, but there's been a turnaround of players, new players coming in. Just finding their feet in the two competitions as well, domestically and then playing every week, midweek on a Tuesday or a Wednesday in the Basketball Champions League. 4th edition, 32 teams in the regular season. If it's your first time tuning in, I hope you're enjoying it on livebasketball.tv. As we're counting down to the start of the game, as 4 groups of 8 teams Each will play home and away against the other. Top 4 teams will then qualify for the round of 16. 5th and 6th have the opportunity to go into the FIBA Europe Cup. And if you finish 7th and 8th in the group out of 8, you are finished for the season with European competition. But we are underway here in Anwil Wloclawek versus EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez. It's Group B action. Both teams are winless. Something's got to give tonight. Anwil have allowed 30 assists in their first 2 games. Rasta-Vector and San Pablo Burgos, they've got to tighten up their defense, get in the lanes, reduce the ball movement. Shots up, offensive rebound. I think the step's out of bounds. So Anwil Wloclawek are in white. Now Orthez in blue. Group B, both teams at the bottom of the group, looking to get their Basketball Champions League season kick-started. Chase Simon back for a 2nd season. Puts the shot up just long. Good rebound. Ronald Moore feeds off. Dige Diawara chasing down the offensive rebound. Ball's loose. Lido just throwing it in, but Orthez doing a good job defensively. Catch and shoot is good for Pere Corneli. He's one of the leading rebounder, the leading rebounder for this team. And he just steps into that 3 and knocks it down. And Orthez lead early here in Wlocławek, Poland. Ball's loose. Shots up, it's just up, but Milanovic, who set the initial screen, just stayed under the basket. And a nice job there. Attack off the dribble. Back to Moore. Good defense by Chris Dow. But it's all the way across. And the defense had helped too much, and that allowed Dige Diawara wide open on the weak side under the hoop. Good look over the top, quick pass off the dribble. Nice team play there by Orthez. Step back 3 is no good by Ricky Lado. Shaky start by Wlocławek. It's much better defense by Wlocławek. Good hands by Milanovic. Good inbounds. And Pere Corneli again just catches on that inbounds and finishes with the left hand. Rumanis in for Wlocławek. Steps through, nice touch, but just short. Athletic offensive rebound by Diawara. Chiken Bodge fakes and just missing on the short baseline jump shot. Chris Dow, still Dow, somehow makes the pass over his shoulder to Milanovic. Milovanovic and he knocks it down. And straight back, Tyrus McGee high off the glass. Behind the back, and the defense came over. He just throws it off the top of the square. Wloclawek back inside, but nothing going for Ricky Lido. He's just forcing it there. Diawara attacks from the baseline, and wrap-around move by Tyrus McGee, who's in the game and looking active, attacking the baseline. Not a great closeout by Chase Simon. And Roland Frimanis could not get over. 11-4 to the visitors. Can Wloclawek do? Lido, a lot of it is off the dribble. Two defenders on him. Just forcing it through, and he got what he wanted, but it's hard work at the moment for Wloclawek. Not a lot of ball movement. He's 14 assists in the game against San Pablo Burgos, but as I said in the pre-game, 30 assists they allowed in that game and against Rastavecta the week before. Lido knocks it down as the organ plays. 11-5 to the visitors, just coming up to halfway through the first quarter. Good full court pressure defense. Threes up and just short. It was good pressure just thrown in there. They got the steal, but they just couldn't get the score off that steal. Diawara, high screen by Mbodj. Inside to the big Senegalese. Mbodj, of course, played for Polski Kiełki Torun and was the 2018 Polish Cup champion, and Dinamo Sassari, who were in the Basketball Champions League this season. He was an Italian League champion with them in 2015 and got bronze with Senegal in the 2017 Afro-Basket. He just misses the free throw off the front of the rim there, and the captain, Szymon Szewczak, is in, and he will be demanding more from his team. Drive to the basket all the way. Chris Dow, nice play. Got ahead of his defender and finished with the correct hand. But they let him go all the way to the basket. That's much better from the home team, but straight back with Ronald Moore knocking down the three for EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Szewczak looking inside, and he gets it inside. Better passing by Wloclawek. They just can't get the three to go. Offensive rebound, they need more of that. Give them extra possessions. Under 10 seconds on the shot clock. Crossover, Lido. Hesitation. He's wanting to do it himself. Ricky Lido, NBA and D-League experience. There's a turnover. So, EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Good steal by Wloclawek. Chase Simon doesn't make it. So frustrating, and a wide open three in transition. No good. And the lead rebounder for this team, and the captain, Szewczak, gets the rebound. Fakes, drives, strong. Off the glass for the layup. And the captain straight in the game. Rebound one end, layup the other. He's going to the line to close the lead. Nice job, just taking Mbodj to the hoop. And once he got that deep, there's nothing that the Senegalese international could do about it. And that's got the crowd right into it. Exactly the same last time I commentated on this player and this team. Once he came in the game, things happened, and it's usually positive. 36 years old now, Shevchuk, but still doing a job for his team. Wloclawek spreading the floor. McGee step back for three is good. Nothing but net. That was beautiful to watch. But not if you're a Anwil Wloclawek supporter. They've got to get out on these shooters, and it's tough. Shevchuk for three is good. 6'10", can play inside and outside. Whatever it takes to get his team back in this game. 5-point lead for the visitors. 3 minutes remaining in the first. Hope you're enjoying Basketball Champions League action here in Poland. Steal. 2 on 3. And they're going to get the score still. They didn't have the advantage, but they got the score. Chase Simon and Chris Dow in the thick of things. Good steal by Dow. He gets it, gives it, gets it back and gives it. And a fadeaway score. All the Pau-Lacq-Orthez defenders went under the bucket. They weren't able to deal with that transition offense, and it's timeout, Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Early stats, 64% from the field for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. They've had a quick start, but Anwil Wloclawek are slowly getting back into this game. Basketball, a game of momentum, game of runs. And both teams have had a good run. Pau-Lacq-Orthez just leading. This was Szymon Shevchuk. Just taking it to the hoop, and a definite foul, and it's a soft touch off the glass. Way back in 2003, Shevchuk was the 2003 German BBL League rookie when he was playing for Braunschweig, and now in 2019 he's playing in the Basketball Champions League. And he's dragged his team, Anwil Wloclawek, back into this game. Good defense, trying to make a pass in midair. Good hustle. It's a foul call, but it's good hustle by Tony Roten. Again, Shevchuk right there to block the path of the Pau-Lacq-Orthez offense. McGee. Mobley back to McGee. Mobley be looking for a better game than he had last week. And it's just out. That's better defense again by Anwil Wloclawek. Shots up for three is good. Nothing but net. Roland Frumanis. And it's tied at 18. Just like that, 2 minutes remaining in the first quarter. Basketball Champions League action from Poland. McGee. Defense comes out in tandem. Attack the closeout. Wide open three is good for McGee. Tyrus McGee. Previous FIBA Europe Cup champ with Sassari last season. What a no-look! And they just can't get it to go. Great no-look pass by Tony Roten. Wide open attempt, and they just can't get it to go. Look at this. There's Michael Sokolowski, who I mentioned about his losing percentage. I was really hoping he was going to come up big tonight. Well, he hasn't a great start. But now Pau-Lacq-Orthez are getting back into it. Travis Leslie, they've got a lot of They've got a lot of firepower in this team offensively. And they get out to a 5-point lead. 6 points to 2 from the bench for Anwil Wloclawek. Off the glass, good play, good control in the air. Tony Roten into the game. Ball's loose, they've got it back, but look who's there again. Szymon Szewczak. Roten. Another no-look. Extravagant again to Sokolowski, which he did catch, and he's passed it on. And all the way to the basket, no stopping Anwil Wloclawek that occasion. Szewczak coming out really high on that pick and roll. Spin baseline, makes the miss, makes De Jong miss, and down the other end. Sokolowski on the verge of making an open layup, and he's fouled, I think. This game is really heating up. Mobley against Sokolowski. Sokolowski catches, just had the ball the wrong side just for a split second, which gave Mobley the chance to knock it loose. Sokolowski has it on his right hip. And Mobley maybe commits the foul. Sokolowski would make the 2, but he's at the line. Poland national team hero. 7.5 points a game, 2.8 rebounds for Poland in the FIBA World Cup. And what a tournament that was, and what a tournament for Poland. Finished 8th in the end, but beating the host China. Other big wins, finally losing out to the USA in that 7th and 8th playoff. And another steal by Wloclawek. Sokolowski with the throwdown. And it's one way, then the other. Just goes straight past Leslie and throws it down, Sokolowski. And as soon as he comes in the game, very similar to Szewczak, things happen. He missed that first play, but he got wide open because he's smart. And at the end of the first quarter, Anwil Wloclawek 26, Pau-Lacq-Orthez 23. Here's the game stats. 62% from 2, 33% from 3, 80% from the line. Wloclawek, Pau-Lacq-Orthez 62, 57 and 50% for the same stats. Really good comeback by Anwil Wloclawek. Big 3 there by Peter Cornelian. Just thought that the home team were going to run into real problems. That Pau-Lacq-Orthez were going to have a big lead at the end of the first quarter, but Anwil Wloclawek behind some great play by their captain Szymon Szewczak, and then Michael Sokolowski. They have done a really good job as a team. It was a bit one-on-one, one-on-two to start with. Ricky Lido not getting any change from his attempts off the dribble. But then Tony Roten came in, a couple of no-look passes, and then Szewczak, the big man against big man, 6'10 against 6'10. He won that battle. He scored a 3 and a 2. Played the one game, Szewczak, in the Polish PLK. 5 points, 9 rebounds in that game. This is his first game in the Basketball Champions League this season. Okay, we're at the start of the second quarter. I hope you're enjoying action here from Wloclawek in Poland. 26-23, the home team lead. Wloclawek are in white, Pau-Lacq-Orthez are in blue. And that's another tough move. That was 1-on-2 again. Tony Roten this time trying to force it, and Missed three. Sokolowski with the rebound, and he can bring it away. He can do a bit of everything. And Anwil Wloclawek's number 24, and that's why they brought him across here. Catch, shoot for three, just short. And Matt Mobley brings it away. Travis Leslie, good defense, stepping out. Really trying to make it tough for Pau-Lacq-Orthez, and they're forcing them to miss now. They're not giving them open looks. Tony Roten has already had a couple of extravagant no-look passes. But Milovanovic could not hold on to that, and down the other end, Leo Cavalier. Spoke about him at pre-game, and he just streaking down the court and finishes at the basket. And again, trying to force their way through Wloclawek. This time, Tony Roten. Salima's in. Wloclawek, a lot of rotation on the bench. Gerald Ayayi. Turn. Shot is really nice effort by Nicolas De Jong. Six foot 11, using all his size there. Inside from Salima to Sokolowski. And left hand finish is just in and out. That was a really tough move. And somehow Pau-Lacq-Orthez get the layup, and Nicolas De Jong is doing a really big job at 6'11". The 31-year-old Frenchman has forced Anwil Wloclawek into a timeout. It's one way, then the other. We've got a really good game here in Wloclawek, Poland. Timeout. It's the free throws, 3 of 4 and 3 of 6 to Wloclawek and Pau-Lacq-Orthez. That's a really nice turnaround, sending Milovanovic. Sending Milovanovic the other way, and De Jong somehow, with the defense turned around, Salima, Christophe Salima, getting in his way, but he was somehow able to finish, and he's made the turnaround jump shot as well on the baseline. So really good input coming from both benches. We'll see with Simon Shevchuk and Sokolowski, gives them real balance for Wloclawek. And then De Jong coming in, young Cavalier as well. There's some influential players coming in off the bench. 29-26, Pau-Lacq-Orthez lead for the moment. Shots up for three is good, and that lead does not last long as Chase Simon knocks down a three. And more pressure on the defense. They're really stretching out the defense beyond the three-point arc, doubling up on the ball. And it causes another turnover. This time De Jong with a turnover. He's been positive all the way since coming on. Gerald Ayayi and De Jong involved in the pick and roll. There's offensive foul on the screen. So Anwil Wloclawek can take the lead again. Tony Roten, where's he going to pass this time? Chase Simon, same place as before almost. And a good defensive rebound by Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Ayayi. De Jong again, he's going to set another screen, but he slips towards the hoop. Mid-post. Squares up and knocks it down. Good activity by Nicolas De Jong. Set a couple of screens and then just opened up, squared up, knocked it down. 6 points. 3 or 4 from the field. Just the one turnover. Tony Roten, tough move. But he attacks De Jong there. And De Jong just couldn't get his hands up high enough and straight enough. And correct call by the officials. Just going right into the chest, getting nice and low, and then coming up and through the arms. And really clever play by Tony Roten. Here comes Szymon-Szewczak, man for, they're not in a crisis, they're only 2 down, but he will steady the ship more often than not. De Jong, 2 fouls coming out. Tony Roten didn't look very confident on that. 6 of 10 from the free throw line so far in the Basketball Champions League. Man who spent time in the D-League and the NBA and in Estonia as well, as they force another miss to the Wloclawek defense. Nice bounce pass, extra pass, and exclamation mark by Tony Roten. Beautiful team play again by Anwil Wloclawek, and they look so much better when they share the ball and make the extra pass. Making it a tough shot for Cavalier, and here comes Sokolowski pushing the ball ahead. Chase Simon across as the help overhelped. And tied at 31. Anwil Wloclawek on the floor, and offensive foul, another offensive foul on the screen. Got to be careful, got to stand still, get your angles right, get your communication right with the player you're screening for, eye contact, verbal, whatever it takes. And that was okay feet-wise, and he'd opened up off the screen and got good position, but he left his arm up to Anwil Wloclawek and into the throat of the Wloclawek defender. Sokolowski inside. Roten spins, what a move! What a move! Tony Roten had me going in my commentator's chair, and he spun the other way. Wloclawek up to 59% from 2-point range. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez 69%, so both teams shooting it really well from inside the 3-point arc. Another steal, good active hands. What was he trying to do there? Got to be ready for the pass. He's just done a volleyball tip or some sort of activity. I mean, if these passes come off, they will have some wide open looks, Anwil Wloclawek, because the defense cannot guess where Tony Roten's going to pass next. But that's an unnecessary turnover. I mean, it's good that he's extravagant at times, but sometimes you just want a basic pass. And let's get as simple as you can, 2-pointer or a wide open 3. Cavalier. To Ronald Moore off the screen, into the corner. Dribble, pull up, short, and Chase Simon. Quick early pass, Sokolowski gets his own miss. Kicks it all the way back out. Now Tony Roten, let's see if he can run a conventional play. Goes left. What a move! What a move with the inside to outside with the left hand, and somehow he finishes at the glass. He's up to 8 points, 80% from 2-point range. 4-point lead for Wloclawek. Still a 4-point lead. Rebound. By Wloclawek inside, Roten with an up and under and round with his left hand, and he's getting everybody involved. What a character Tony Roten is. Crossovers this time, and then the defense aren't sure where the ball's going. It goes up and round, and just flips it in. And wow, what an impact he's having. And it's time out here in Poland, in Wloclawek. Basketball Champions League action. It's a Pau-Orthez timeout. There's the field goal percentages, 3 of 9 and 4 of 10 for Wloclawek and Pau-Orthez. But Tony Roten, he hasn't made a simple shot yet. And they're coming off at the moment. Let's see this. This is the crossover, right, left. Split jump stop. He looks as though he's going to go left and carry straight on. There we go again with a crossover. But before that, he cleverly went inside out. So he came back to his left hand. The defense just retreated and stepped away. And he's able to do his thing and flip the ball up and round and gets the crowd involved. It's a good man to have on your side when things are going well for him. But we've seen the other side of the coin with a couple of passes that his teammates weren't ready for. It's certainly one where he just tipped it. So Pau-Orthez 6 behind. Neither team have registered a win yet. This is a big, big game here in Wlocławek, Poland for both these clubs. Dribble, three-pointer is up and good. For Tyrus McGee, he has been fantastic off the bench. 3 of 5 from three-point range. Nice bounce pass, extra pass. Roten with the exclamation mark on the reaction this time, but he had the up fake. Petr Corneli, great pass by Shevchek, and then Chase Simon with the wraparound bounce pass. The help again, just shifting over too far, leaving gaps on the weak side. Just got to time your help. Now Roten knocks that down. Of 10 so far until tonight from the free-throw line. Basketball Champions League misses that one at 80% in the Polish PLK so far. 20 of 25. So bench points 21 to 10 for Wlocławek, and another steal and throw down this time. 2 hands by Tony Roten. Woo! He is playing a big game for his club. Pull-up 3 again. That is beautiful to watch. Petr Corneli. It's the second time he's done that on the trail. Wlocławek up to 7 steals to 2. And 3 minutes remaining in the second quarter. Tony Roten. Step back. Not much ball movement there, just the one pass. And then a step back 3, which was tough. You want to keep sharing the ball, keep players involved. Shots up. Just long this time by Corneli. Just one and done, and here comes Anwil Wloclawek. 3-point lead. Back and forth these two teams go. Roten passes the ball off his feet. 5 seconds, shots up! And from way downtown, Tony Roten knocks down another big 3. He's up to 16 points. His first 3-pointer he connects as well. It's all going well. The ex-Washington College standout. Good inside-outside pass. 3-pointers just long, but they get the offensive rebound. Tyrus McGee this time getting in amongst the bigs of Anwil Wloclawek and gets the offensive rebound. Sokolowski, that's his first foul. Good rotation, good movement, and good execution by Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Tyrus McGee is having a stormer, a heck of a game. 47% now from three-point range for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Tough move off the glass, no good for Wloclawek. One-on-one there, no ball movement. McGee. Ronald Moore, and a foul on Roland Flumanis. Just reaches, uses his hands first before moving his feet, but that's tough when you're coming out at an angle as well, as he was, and then the offensive player just rips the ball across to the left and attacks from the location you've just come. Got real control when you're coming out. Quick feet as you're closing out, and then being able to recover to protect the drive. Diawara, turnover. Wloclawek on the move. Flumanis for three. Roland Flumanis. Big time three off the no-look pass. In transition. Nothing but net. 6-point lead. 1 minute remaining. And another very, very dangerous pass is stolen by Wloclawek. Pull-up threes. Good! Anwil Wloclawek are on fire. Great defense followed by wonderful offense by Chris Dow. Threes just short. That was tough off the left-hand dribble. Sokolowski, great play. Shevchuk at close quarters. Ricky Lido. Just over 30 seconds remaining. Into the corner, catch. And the three is good, and the foul. And this time, Chris Dow knocks it down, and he celebrates with his team and with the fans. And they look so good when they move the ball. They shift the defense around. The closeout was too hard, too much, too fast, and he couldn't recover. And it's a 12-point lead, just like that. Anwil Wloclawek, what a performance. They're putting up 52 points in a half. And Pau-Lacq-Orthez all of a sudden have got a real problem. From being in command of this game, first stages or early stages of the first quarter, things have turned around big time here in Wloclawek, Poland. And coach Milicic must be loving this. The resilience his team have shown, and then the skill and anticipation on defense, and the coolness to knock down their shots and share the ball as well. Wide open three. Pau-Lacq-Orthez just off. Good play though by them. And Milovanovic. Knocking the ball out. Just couldn't get his hands on the rebound. Let's see where it comes off. Yeah. Milovanovic. And Salima in, guarding Corneli in the mid-post. Ball's at the top, just seconds remaining in the half. Shots off, still loose. And no score there. Diawara trying to get the offensive rebound. And it's half-time here in Wloclawek, Poland. And the home team are winning. Anwil Wloclawek 52. Ilan Bonez, Pau-Lacq-Orthez 40. Here's some of the halftime stats. 59% and 64% from two, 50% and 39% from three for Wloclawek and Pau-Lacq-Orthez. 13 assists. Wloclawek, they'd be really pleased with that. Only had 14 last week total. Pau-Lacq-Orthez 12, so both teams sharing the ball. 9 steals in the half. for Wloclawek. So much better defence, restricting the amount of assists. They gave up 30 assists in both their games in the last 2 game days. There's the top scorers, Rotendaal and Freemanis, McGee, Corneli and De Jong for Wloclawek and Pau-Lacq-Orthez respectively. It's been a really good first half. Both teams were in control for spells, but then that last couple of minutes in the second quarter, Anwil Wloclawek behind Tony Roten, and then Chris Dow with Sokolowski there and Shevchek, a real mix of import players and Polish players taking care of business for them. And they have the 12-point lead at half-time. I'll leave you with the highlights. Don't go anywhere, and I do recommend you download the Basketball Champions League app if you haven't already done so. All the information you need, all the highlights and stats from the different games, from the teams, from the players, and you can keep across all the games that are going on tonight and tomorrow. Tuesday and Wednesday is Basketball Champions League game nights, as we see that Tony Roten inside, outside, wrong foot, right foot, left hand spinning effort that just delighted the crowd and him, I think. But please do download the Basketball Champions League. I hope you're enjoying the coverage here on livebasketball.tv. Don't go anywhere. I'll be back in a few minutes. Wloclawek in control for the moment.
3 minutes of the half. Oh, the weak side just opened up. The one goes straight down the middle and flushes one.
Davis, meanwhile, gets in and makes a very tough reverse layup. No wonder they call him Jordan. That's Jordan-esque. Yalavatsa gets rejected. Well, what a block. Tell you what, Justin Imberg making a count in transition. And right now, Gaziantep are just searching for answers. But really, Aaron Imberg is just taking this game over.
It looked like he had no chance of making that one. Almost takes the shot while he's lying on the floor.
Sam Lovelace now inbounds the ball to baseline. This is the Hatcher. Hatcher spins around. Well, he's got to make that shot. William Hatcher, are you serious? This guy, veteran, is putting on a show. I mean, he looks like a globetrotter right now.
Matulis, low post. His pass to Ray. Ray putting it on the floor. Oh, scoops it up and it goes for Kendrick Ray.
Had a bender. Almeida in the lane. Almeida for the win. Doesn't get it, but it's hit back is in. And now, Aaron Imberg, they win the game with Hankins here in overtime. I can't believe it. Here's Almeida. Goes in the lane. Hankins comes up. Oh, that's game over. Aaron Imberg now have won this ball game.
8 points now. And that's a big time block. Big time defensive play. Not in this house as Gentile tries to get through.
But someone goes up for the jam. There's no way Zabanov was going to allow himself to be on the wrong end of a post. What a tough catch by Martin, then he puts it up! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness, he's made it! Was it Stone in the end? Unbelievable. These guys refuse to lose tonight.
Po pierwszych 2 latach obie wygrane przez doktoranty, pierwsza 26 do 23, druga 26. Do 17 zespół gości dzisiaj punktował w taki sposób. Numerem 7 David Marquis dał 16 punktów, 8 Korneli, ten zawodnik grający numerem 12, 6 Nikolas Dyżon, następnie 3 punkty Donaldu, 2 Jędrola, 2 punkty Naslesi, 2 Liokaje i 1 punkt Jason Bosch. Dla Anwilu Wloclawek po pierwszych 22 latach najwięcej punktów zdobył Tony Rosen, 16, 8, EB-Pau po 6, Roland Grejmanis i Szymon Szewczyk 5 punktów, Jason Simona po 4, na koncie mają Michał Sokołowski i Anwil 3 punkty Lido.
Welcome back to Wloclawek in Poland for Anwil Wloclawek versus EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez in the Basketball Champions League Group B, game day 3. Both teams are 0-2 at the bottom of the group. But at the moment, Anwil Wloclawek, after a really strong second quarter, are leading by 12. A team effort, but led by Tony Roten, a real exuberant character. And Chris Dow doing a big job. Chase Simon chipping in. Michael Sokolowski, the Polish national team hero, former Rosa Radom player in the Basketball Champions League. Anwil Wloclawek and Szymon Szewczak, solid on defense and hitting a couple of big shots. One drive to the basket for a three-point play and a three-point shot as well. Really helping his team. To this position. Leo Cavalier, been here since a cadet, successful junior player, now stepping up to the senior ranks and getting time and getting minutes, and important minutes. And it's a really important first 5 minutes, shall we say, especially for Pau-Orthez. They've got to come back. They were in control of this game in the first quarter, and then it was a bit of back and forth, both teams having success and being in the lead, and then Wloclawek just exploded with some defensive steals, knocking down some threes. Chris Dow and Tony Roten to the fore, certainly with that run. Coach Milicic will be really happy with his players. They now want to carry that on, that momentum, into the third quarter. And Pau-Orthez have got to regroup, get back to doing what helped them to get the lead in the first quarter. Moving the ball, sharing, and just knocking down some big shots.
So from here we have Ron and James, okay? After that we can go on the pick and roll. Guys, on the pick and roll.
Tyrus McGee, Tony Roten, two real big players on either side for these clubs. Who is going to blink first? We know things can turn around really quickly, as they did in the first half. Just when one team thought they were in control, the other one came back. Boj, Senegalese international. Can he get going in the second half? And there's Rolandis Freemanis. Some good minutes from him in the first half also. So, if you're just joining us, Pau-Orthez in the blue. They will start the third quarter. They're playing from our right to left. Anwil Wloclawek, Poland, playing the PLK. They're in white. Good attack. And finish by Dige Diawara. He had some strong minutes in the first half, and that's a real good attack for Diawara. Inside, wrap-around move. Beautiful lead pass, and this time Lido. Look at the hang time as he wraps it round for a right-hand finish. Milovanovic there, he was just getting his hand caught on Diawara's arm. And Boj, back to him, Boj. Mid-range jump shot is good. Really nice touch by the Senegalese international. Chris Dow, back to Dow. Wide open three from long range is no good. But Chase Simon there. Yeah, just couldn't get his hand to the rebound. Lido back across. Jimenez is just short for three. And Chikemboj very physical on the defensive rebound. As EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez have got to be. They're the team that are behind more. Nice pass. Drive along the baseline. And Cavalier throws it up. Good fast ball movement from one side to the other. It was a nice attack of the basket, but they moved it from one side quickly to the other, and the defense couldn't get across quick enough. Cavalier can't make the free throw. Just one of two free throws up until tonight in the Basketball Champions League. And he's one of two tonight. 9-point lead for Wloclawek. Chris Dow. Shots up. It's just short for Chase Simon. Good defense on the double team, stepping out. And Iboj just knocked down that mid-range jump shot. Really good touch by the big Senegalese. Simon inside. Milovanovic kicks it back out. All the way across, but walked too much on that pass. Ricky Lido apologising to his teammate. No way he was going to be able to catch that. Shevchik in to steady the ship. 7-point lead now. They were 12 ahead. Good attack, Cavalier, all the way to the other corner. They're moving it again, side to side, inside, outside, left-hand finish. Really nice job by EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez, and Leo Cavalier, again, the beneficiary of that good ball movement with a left-hand finish close in. Shevchik, this time he passes it away. Looks very tentative, but they get it straight back to Wloclawek. And inside, and great little pass inside, just wrap around pass. And Roland's Jimenez gets the two. Nice job by Simon. Lido, clever pass around Cavalier. And more there, it's tripped by Chase Simon. Moore. Crossover, pull up is in and out, and defensive rebound. And Ricky Lido. And there's a whistle. Discussions by the referees. Might be an issue with the game clock or shot clock. Wloclawek have only won 2 of their 7 home games in the Basketball Champions League, including against the only previous French team that played on this court tonight, Le Mans, in November 2018. They won that 76-64, so they're hoping to get the win tonight. And if they do, it will be against another strong French outfit in EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Got a break in play. Slight technical hitch with the timing. Just going back over the film that they want to check. Regular season of the Basketball Champions League is 3 game days in now. The start of the game day, 3 games tonight and tomorrow. International break is at the end of November, so there'll be a break there, and Christmas, New Year. End of the regular season finishes in February, and then the round of 16, top 4 teams from each of the 4 groups will give us a round of 16 playoffs, and then the final 4 will be in May, and that will be decided once the 4 teams that are left in the competition. They will decide, or one of the teams will host the event, and they've just been fantastic. The events last year, Antwerp, who came through all 3 qualifying rounds, they play Ike tomorrow. All 3 qualifying rounds last season, went all the way to the final 4 and got 3rd place. So a wonderful season for them, and they've continuing their good play. They're 1-1, good win last week. As for Anwil Wloclawek, strong PLK, Polish League team. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez, both teams have won their domestic leagues and cups. They've had success domestically. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez played in European competition, played in the FIBA Europe Cup in 2016-2017, lost in the round of 16 to Ostend. And now they want to get back to winning ways in the Basketball Champions League. Both teams 0-2. One of the teams will get their first win of the season. Shevchik just missing the 3. Nice play. An open look. 7-point lead. Ronald Moore all the way to the basket. High off the glass with the left-hand finish for Ronald Moore. Shevchik to Chase Simon back here. Wloclawek played last season in the Basketball Champions League. Catch and shoot right on cue. Chase Simon knocks down a 3, and that's big. Anwil Wloclawek. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez have made a good start to this quarter. Just giving themselves some breathing space. 8-point lead for the team in white. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez in blue. Travis Leslie across all the way to the other side. Again, good ball movement by EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez. And this time, Dige Diawara with the knockdown 3 from the corner. As the new orange ball for the 2019-2020 season spins into the hoop for a swish. Deep 3 is good. Anwil Wloclawek, as soon as one team makes a run, the other team makes a quick recovery and knocks down their own shot, and that's Ricky Lido getting in the act. Travis Leslie in botch. They're playing him tough, but this time he goes baseline. Really nifty move inside. Bounce pass, really low bounce pass, but cheek and bodge. Just beautiful play gets his hands down low, catches, and just drops it over the front of the hoop. Good ball movement again, making the defense turn in on themselves. Shevchuk is good for three. That's a big-time catch and shoot. And then Bodje. In fact, Diawara, I think, coming out to no Bodge. The two bigs. Shevchuk at 6'10", 2 meters 8, shooting over. Shooting over 2 meters 8. Shiken Bodge, 32 years old. And Bodge, 36 years old. Shevchuk show. Two veterans of the game going head to head, making some noise in here at Wloclawek, as well as the crowd. Beautiful atmosphere here. Basketball Champions League every week. And a step-through move by Chris Dow, 28-year-old American. Actually played for Pau-Lacq-Orthez in 2017-2018 season, as we see that step through and a definite foul as Bodge, just his hands were too far over. Averaged 10.9 points a game, 3.9 rebounds, 2.5 assists when he played for Pau-Lacq-Orthez in 17-18. Then went to Israel and he was a Pro B champ in France for Jerez, Toulon, 2015-2016. He's averaging 13.5 points a game for Anwil this season. So Pau-Lacq-Orthez back to 11 behind. Ronald Moore inside. And Bodge, this time Shevchuk is on him. Double team comes from the baseline. That leaves Pau-Lacq-Orthez wide open on the other side, and Tyrus McGee yet again takes full advantage. Pau-Lacq-Orthez not going anywhere, just 8 points the difference. Tony Roten, who was very entertaining in the first half. What can he conjure up? Screen by Shevchuk, stays outside, opens it up inside for Ricky Lido. Big time play from the American. And Bodge, he likes that position. He's going to back down against Shevchuk. He goes up, and that is as smooth as you like on the little fadeaway. Big time play from the Senegalese international. Anwil Wloclawek, can they recover? 3 minutes, can they respond? Inside, nice pass, but Roten can't recover. He does pass it to the corner, and it's good for three. Roten just couldn't catch, he just had it off his knee, but that was a really good recovery. And Chase Simon with the catch and shoot, wide open in the corner. Good play by both teams. Step back, no good. That was good defense by Wloclawek. Time running down, and Bodge will just knock that down, or try to. I thought he might have just taken an extra step and would have thrown it down possibly there. And Lido just can't get it to go. Great physical defensive play by Cheek and Bodge. Ronald Moore looking inside. And that's a hard hit to the floor. And just see what the score, see what the call is. We can see the score. It's 11 points, the lead for Anwil Wloclawek. And again, stepping across, Usman Shevchuk. Was he square enough, or did he step in and commit the foul? And they've given it Anwil Wloclawek's way, and that's just good heads-up play by the Wloclawek, Anwil Wloclawek's captain, 36-year-old Usman Shevchuk, who's aging like a fine wine. Just under 2 minutes remaining in the third. Tony Roten being facilitator. Shevchik all the way across the other side. Step back, jump shot is short. Gets the own rebound, too long. Shevchik misses. Great offensive rebounding by Anwil Wloclawek, but here come Pau-Lacq-Orthez on the break. Beautiful finish by Matt Mobley. They had so many chances, Anwil Wloclawek, on the offensive rebounds. They didn't get back in transition. Matt Mobley, only 2 points last week, following on his 25 points off the bench performance in game day 1. Makes that move, and very physical there with Nicolas Dijon, just grabbing Tony Roten. Physical play here at the Halle Mistral Arena, 4,000 capacity, and I think we're up to capacity pretty much this evening. Fans have been fantastic here in the arena. And Tony Roten, the lefty, the magician from tonight's showing. His teammates aren't always on the same page as him with some of his passes, but he's certainly calmed that down as the game has gone on, and he's at the free throw line. A very short and sharp free throw action. Gets the job done. Back to 11-point lead, 1 minute remaining in the third. Travis Leslie to Tyrus McGee. They're coming out on him. He's dangerous from behind the arc. Inside. Dijon, step back, and good defense by Shevchik. Just solid. Hand up in the face, making the defense miss. Shevchik open on the at three, but he's moving in towards the key. Roten gets it back. In motion is Sokolowski. Hesitation and quick move. Doesn't get it to go. 2-second differential between game and shot clock. Travis Leslie for Pau-Lacq-Orthez in blue. They're going to run it right down. Try and get the last shot of the quarter. Shots up from the corner is off, and it's not loose. It looked like it was off Dijon, but at the moment they've given it. They've given the end line to Pau-Lacq-Orthez. There's a timeout here. And Wloclawek is a Pau-Lacq-Orthez timeout. They've got the end line possession there. Let's listen into the timeout.
After Nico, you pop here, and Peter, you pop in.
Just looking at some of the highlights, and there's Ricky Lido, explosive player. 43rd pick of the Milwaukee Bucks, and went to the 76ers and the Mavs and G League. Top scorer in the Turkish BSL, Basketball Superliga. And there's Matt Mobley as well, getting a score. And in for the first time, Jacob Karolak. played national team, under 16s and up to under 20s, and pass goes in to Peter Cornelia, and he wants an unsportsmanlike foul, unnecessary contact, bounce pass through the legs of Shevchuk, and Sokolowski with a hard foul. Just got to decide, was that a legitimate basketball play? Coach Milicic will be hoping that's the case. This team have done a really good job of managing this third quarter. They had the 12-point lead. They're still up by 11. They've resisted a lot of these Pau-Lacq-Orthez runs, and they're still in control of this ball game. Now they're going to have a re-look at this. You see that as soon as he catches it, before he can get a shot off, Sokolowski has fouled him. Was that unnecessary force in the foul? Was it a legitimate basketball play? All moments. So if that's unnecessary, that's an intentional foul, or however you want to put it. If it is, it'll be 2 shots. And possession, if that's the case. So Sokolowski's just lost. He's too far away initially from Peter Cornelia. He's had to rush. He's looking there, he's there, and then the ball comes in right underneath the hoop. And it has been called intentional. 2 shots. And they will get the ball back with a chance to score again. So this is big moments for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Now it's down to Peter Cornelia to knock down the free throws. He makes the second. 10-point lead, 1.6 seconds remaining. So now sideline possession. There is time to catch and shoot. Catch, turn, and shots up from 3, and it's over the top of everything. So that's the end of the third quarter. They had a good look there, Pau-Lacq-Orthez. At the end of the third, Anwil Wloclawek 74, Pau-Lacq-Orthez 64.
This guy stretches the floor. And Simon, you're going to be safety. Don't go for offensive rebound from here. Spring back. When he attacks the big guy, this is going to be gap. Gap is here. Big guy is coming here. Hey, we need to pick up defense. Pick up defense. Stay man to man.
Coach Milicic there saying we've got to pick up the defense man to man. That was a nice play by Leo Cavalier, the boy that's been, well, some boys to man, has been with this club since he was a cadet, and now signing his pro contract and playing some minutes in the Basketball Champions League. Chase Simon 3 from the top, and then after some really nice sideways ball movement all the way round the horn, Diawara scores the 3, and then Chikambogi gets a really good 3. Good, sort of nice move inside off the good pass, Ricky Lido. And Bodge, he's got a nice sort of step back mid-range jump shot, and a nice pass into Roten, who couldn't control it, but he was able to flip the pass out to Chase Simon for the 3. So they're helping each other out, but they didn't help each other out on that play because they missed about 4 offensive rebound opportunities to score, and then Pau-Lacq-Orthez come down the other end, and Matt Mobley was able to score. So into the fourth quarter. Is 4 quarters going to be enough to separate these two teams? from the Polish EB-Pau-Lacq and the France Pro Elite divisions of European basketball. Trying to run a set play, a quick hitter there. Wloclawek coming along the out of bounds on the baseline. And there's a turnover for their first play of the second half. Inside, De Jong against Shevchuk, two big men. Turns, left hand hook is good from the baseline. Tough move. And that jump hook just keeps the ball tucked in and away from Shevchuk. And it's an 8-point lead. Good ball movement. Tony Roten just thinking what's next. Inside, Wloclawek just squares up, knocks down the jump shot. Easy as you like. Great look from Shevchuk. He's such a good passer, and at 6'10", can see over the defense. McGee, dangerous player for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. De Jong squares up, and he knocks it down off the catch. Back-to-back buckets for Nicolas De Jong. Wloclawek fakes the pass, opens himself up for the shot, but Shevchuk gets the offensive rebound. Back to Wloclawek, dribbles, back to Shevchuk, who finishes at the hoop. Beautiful play from the two Polish players who've done such a good job for their team tonight. Pretty to watch. 10-point lead, Anwil Wloclawek. Nice screen, not used, all the way across. De Jong kicks it out. Back to Leslie. Shot clock is running down, and they've missed the shot. De Jong, good play by Wloclawek. Chasing that rebound down. Tony Roten all the way, and he's fouled, and he scores. Going left this time in a conventional method. But he scores at pace, high off the glass. Left foot, right foot, outstretched arm, and De Jong potentially with another foul. And when Tony Roten decides to go, he's really tough to play. He's the first freshman at Washington University in the Pac-12. He was freshman of the year that year, and he's also the only freshman in that university to get on the All Pac-12 first team. That's how good he was in college. And he's showing glimpses of how good he is now. He's 26 years old. And he's certainly got some game, and he's entertaining. Conneely. Penetrate, kick all the way across, just short. Pau-Lacq and Wloclawek really coming in, playing some nice basketball for his club. Shevchuk, extra pass all the way to the opposite corner. That would have been beautiful. There is a whistle. Very physical inside as Shevchuk goes for the offensive rebound. And the noise ramps up here in the Halal Mistral, the home of Anwil Wloclawek, and there was a push there on Anwil Wloclawek captain. Wide open in the corner is good for three. That's a beautiful out of bounds play. And the junior Polish international Jakub Wloclawek, who's already played well on defense this time, he scores the big three-pointer for Anwil Wloclawek. De Jong in the post, Shevchuk playing him. Tyrus McGee, shot clock running down, he's going to have to let it go. And let it go he does. What a shot by McGee. No shot clock left. Dribbles right and knocks it down. Big, big play for Pau-Lacq and Tyrus McGee. Roten, underhand this time. He's long, he's languid, and he's very dangerous, and it's timeout here. And it's up to a 15-point lead for the home team. Look at this right-hand dribble. cross over to his left, or just tips the ball to his left off the dribble. And again, De Jong is left isolated and commits the foul. Pau-Lacq-Orthez, timeout. Let's listen in. Welcome back. I'm just looking at the highlights. Nice pass by Sokolowski to Shevchuk, and look at Tony Roten through the defense. They know he's going left, but some players, and that was a shape to go right, and he's come back to the left to befuddle De Jong. But that man in your screen there, Jakub Karolak, junior international for Poland, has come in and done a massive job for his team as well. And just getting in the passing lane, Karolak, he stepped up, calls the turnover. Just being in that eye line of the passer and the intended recipient can be enough. Won't go down on the stat sheet as him forcing a turnover, but it is, and a great pass. Frimanis says thank you to Tony Roten, and this time he's the provider, and just quick hands, quick pass, quick finish with the left hand, and Pau-Lacq-Orthez respond immediately with a jump shot for two. Just staying in touch. 6 minutes remaining in the fourth. Sokolowski hesitates. And it's a tie-up, or is it a foul? And Bodge. There's a nice mid-range catch and shoot there by Travis Leslie. Leslie had 22 points and 3 rebounds, 1 assist on game day 2, and they need more of that now. Michael Sokolowski. That's in the second. Such a distinguished career in the Polish league. And Bodge, they came out to him tough there because he likes that shot. An attack off the dribble. Karolak with the foul. They're playing tough. And there's a foul on Travis Leslie. Trying to get in the action. And Leo Cavalier is in. Leslie and Bodge. A bit of screen action there, and Bodge in the post. And with Milovanovic on him. Shot clock running down, and it's good for 2. Long range jump shot for Pau-Lacq-Orthez. And Ronald Moore yet again. Karolak baseline, almost falling out of bounds, and he turns it over, and it's a foul on Milovanovic. Just falling off balance there was Karolak. Trying to throw it back in, but good defense by Bodge. Karolak's done well. That's good decision by Coach Milicic. He's had good minutes. Just made that mistake there. Take him out. Maybe get some more experience in. Tyrus McGee. And all the way across to the corner is good for 3. And Ronald Moore is coming to the fore. Him and Travis Leslie, very dangerous players. Good extra pass by Leo Cavalier, smart and wide open. Sokolowski could not get there on the closeout. And it's timeout here in Wloclawek.
Hey, keep your heads up. Keep your heads up. I want a base cut on. The key. So whoever got the key, it's either you or you start in this corner. Open up. Tony, will you open up and go for it? If you don't have it, you don't have it. No, you don't have it. Pass back here. Pass back to Tony. Come back and get it on the local. Let's go.
Welcome back, and just looking at some highlights, and Ronald Moore getting in the act. Just good extra passing. Both teams, when they've made extra passes, whether it's round the outside or passing inside, they've been having good results. Sokolowski, big moments ahead for him. As we're under 5 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter. Tony Roten inside from Anis. Ricky Lido. Milovanovic just can't get it to go. His point-blank range. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez can reduce the lead, but they just can't get the 3 to go with Cavalier on the 3 ball. Ricky Lido, high screen. Milovanovic. Sokolowski, that's a really clever move. Going left and a big crossover, staying really low and finishes with his right hand. Chikemboj, handoff. Tyrus McGee re-screens. But Sokolowski's not going to let him get a look. All the way across, catch, shoot, and nails it. Big, big shot by Travis Leslie, and Sokolowski and Mboj end up on the floor, and that's good sportsmanship, making sure both are okay. That's what it's like inside the key when you're battling for position for a rebound, but on the other side of the floor to where that was happening. Big shot by Travis Leslie, and the lead's back to 10. They're just staying in touch, Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Both teams 0-2. You can see both teams hitting the floor. And it's going to be Pau-Lacq-Orthez ball off the 3. Ivanovic takes a seat. Inbounds. Back out. Wide open jump shot is good. Ronald Moore inside, outside. It's all the same result at the moment. Lead back to 8. Shevchuk, the captain. So Freeman-S in motion, inside. All the way across, catch, shoot. It's just off. And Rollins Freeman-S with quick hands, just knocking it loose. Travis Leslie to inbounds. And the whistles here in the Hala Mistral. Baseline attack, and they've just repelled it. They were able to hang strong. Anwil Wloclawek. Ball with Chase Simon, back to Tony Roten. Can he control the game as well as light it up? Goes left. It gets knocked loose. Here comes Pau-Lacq-Orthez. For three is just long by Tyrus McGee, but they get the offensive rebound. Good job by Pau-Lacq-Orthez. Now attack off the dribble. Left hand finish, no good. But big time dunk by Cheek Mboj. McGee trying to finish left hand. All the help came. And an offensive rebound put back by Cheek Mboj. Three is up short by Ricky Lido. It's a 6-point lead now. Getting too close for comfort. And the shot's up for three is just off by Travis Leslie. Got to control the game now. Get a good look. Anwil Wloclawek. And the Pau-Lacq-Orthez defense staying up. This is going to be half-court pressure as Chris Dow now has responsibility running the point from the top. Attack. Shevchik fakes the pass, gives the pass. Ricky Lido inside. Beautiful pass to Roland Freemanis. Lido with the attack. Double team came too quick. And Freemanis right at the front of the hoop for the throwdown. And block as well by Freemanis. Two big moments for Roland Freemanis. The big Latvian, 31 years old now, 2 meters and 8. And that's right at the summit. He burst onto the national team scene, 2013 Eurobasket with 24 points against Bosnia-Herzegovina. And he's doing some really good stuff here for Anwil Wloclawek, but Ricky Lido can't get it to go. It's 2-on-1. Travis Leslie for three, long. And it's 68 seconds remaining and there's a foul by Leo Cavalier. And Chase Simon gets the rebound. And it's Pau-Lacq-Orthez timeout. I would think actually it is Pau-Lacq-Orthez timeout, correct. Let's listen in to Coach Laurent Villa. Well, the party atmosphere here, Anwil Wloclawek, they're nearly on the verge of getting their first win, but things can happen so quickly, and they have done, especially in this game tonight. Just when you think one team's got control of the game's going one way or the other team bursts back with points, and it's full court pressure now. Got to get a steal, and they've broken it. All the press was in the front court, 4 players, and Sokolowski just held back. Was able to take the pressure off Anwil Wloclawek. Chris Dow. Still Chris Dow, hesitation. Pulls up. No good, but good job keeping it alive on the offensive rebound. But here comes Pau-Lacq-Orthez. And they get the 2, and they can keep the pressure on Cavalier. Leaking out there for the 2. Plenty of time, just 2 possession game, 93-87. Wloclawek leading. Down inside. Sokolowski. And he's fouled by Ronald Moore, and getting a bit chippy there between Moore and Sokolowski. He's reached across, and again, and the second time was with a bit of force onto Sokolowski's left arm. Bit of frustration there for Moore. And Sokolowski, as I was saying, he's just 26 years old now. Such good career in the Polish PLK. Best Polish player whilst playing at Rosa Radom and Zielona Góra 2018 and 2019. Just joined Anwil this year. 2016 and 2017, best defender in the PLK for when he was at Rosa Radom. He's won the Polish Cup, the Super Cup, Polish senior national team at the FIBA World Cup this summer and at Eurobasket in 2017. He's having himself a really good career. And is he going to help Anwil Wloclawek to a win tonight? Their first one of the Basketball Champions League this season. Time running down. Orthez get it back. Ronald Moore kicks it for three. It's just off. And that will be that for Anwil Wloclawek. They just survive here at home. Final score, Anwil Wloclawek 95. EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez 87. It's a really strong performance at home. They did what they had to do, Anwil Wloclawek, and they go to 1 and 2. But for Pau-Orthez, that's a tough loss, as we see. Chikenbodjic, he had a big game tonight. They go to 0 and 3. And they're 2 and 4 in the French league as well, in the Pro A Elite. But it's a really strong performance by Anwil Wloclawek. They've got some options. There's one of them, Tony Roten, but they just took him off the court when they needed to control the game right at the end of the game, and were able to put in Chris Dow. They've got Ricky Lido who can score in bunches. Chase Simon back from last year, so some continuity there. And of course, Szymon Szewczak and Mikhail Sokolowski. I was going to say experienced players. Well, Sokolowski's only 26, but he's played at a high level from a young age, and he's really doing a good job tonight for his team, as was the captain. And then Jacob Karolek coming in, playing good defense, knocking down a big three. Just everything that helped this team to get over the line and get their first win in the Basketball Champions League. That was a lovely pass by Sokolowski to Szewczak. And there's Tony Roten going right through the middle of the defense there of Pau-Orthez. And the captain, Szymon Szewczak, really enjoyed that with the fist pump. And then Karolek, there's the three. That was big, just spacing the floor really nicely. And Tyrus McGee off the dribble. That was massive to keep Pau-Orthez in check. But then Tony Roten going downhill at the much bigger and not quite as quick De Jong. And then that time, Tony Roten becomes a provider, and Frimanis, the Latvian, really enjoying scoring that. And crossover, and Ronald Moore then came to the fore on that big crossover and causing the defender to be on the floor. I think it was Chase Simon with the broken ankles there. And then good ball movement into the corner. Sokolowski with a big crossover. That's a tough move, to come to a standstill and then cross over, and then just drives through over Chikenbodjic, who can't get the shot blocked. And then Travis Leslie with a big three off the kick out. And then Chikenbodjic just finishing it at the rim. But then a nice cut to the basket again by Frimanis, and a big block as well by Frimanis. That was massive. If that had gone for Mbodj, maybe things would have been different. And then the throw down on transition by young Leo Cavalier. So, Anwil Wloclawek, they are victorious tonight. They get their Basketball Champions League campaign off and running. They beat French opposition, as they did. And they beat Le Mans here. In 2018, and there is the Group B standings now after that game. Anwil Wloclawek for the time being into the top 4, and EB-Pau-Lacq-Orthez, of course, they get a point for, even if you lose, they move off the bottom of the group. But they have a problem. They are 0-3. They need to get some wins on the board as quick as they can. I hope you've enjoyed this Basketball Champions League presentation on livebasketball.tv. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of action the rest of this evening and tomorrow. We'll see you soon. It's Graham Hiscock saying have a very good evening.